tempo is during training, you have a macro plan in mind.
Right.
If you disturb the tempo, all of a sudden the shot caller is going to have problems thinking about what to do next, right? So if you plan, you're going to start moving at minute 3. If you're disrupted at minute 2, it's going to change the whole flow of the game, especially if the shot caller does not have a lot of experiences going through that kind of trouble. And I kind of feel like that's what SYS has been doing. They're denying the win condition, and they're disrupting the timers that the opponent has. Their plan, minute 4, minute 6, minute 7. They say, okay, if your timer is 2 minutes, I'm coming in 1:30.
That's good logic, right?
Yeah.
No, but I agree.
Flawless logic.
I agree with what you're saying here, LaFell, right? Timing-wise and everything. That's why, here's what I will see, man. I want to see that brotherly connection, right? I want to see the brotherly instinct, as it's called, you know, as Asu mentioned, because that's what we didn't necessarily get to see last time because it was a Franco pick, right? It wasn't something where, again, when you're not landing the hooks, what else can you do?
Early Cho?
Maybe, you know, lock it in. It's one of the signature picks of Troll.
Huh. Well, I will explain the brother's instincts thing before we go into the draft, which actually got triggered after we saw every time that Tarzan's trying to take a turtle or a lord, his brother Troll comes in and takes out the jungler, especially with the Cho, with any suppression or even like with crowd control, he just secures that place. But let's look here what happened. Nolan is up to the task by Team Triple Esports, and even before that, before we continue with the draft, Joy seemed to be the problem for Team Triple Esports. I would actually quite agree that Joy was a problem for Team Triple Esports. They couldn't handle it. Taking Nolan, expect a Phibius.
Let me ask you this, Yasu.
Ask.
I'm expecting a Kaja. I'm expecting a Kaja.
No, that's not it.
Sorry,
How's Tarzan on the Assassins, or like Nolan, for example? Does he have it in him? Because from what I remember, he loves the utility. You know, the utility junglers.
He does. He does love the utility junglers, but Tarzan have proved himself using Ling and also using Hanzo. At some times, I wouldn't tell it was one of the best picks, but there was a Hayabusa, so he can play Assassins.
Angela and Arlet again.
Ouch.
So we really have to see if Triple Esports with this Nolan, they got to be a little bit more proactive. I want to see a more aggressive draft because Nolan can enter the jungle and he can outpace most junglers at this point.
Phibius for Team Triple Esports at this point. Do you think they can both prevent Team SYS from taking it and also using it against the Arlut?
Well, right now, there's the plan, right? Just take the Kadena. They have the Bruno. They have so much burst potential for Triple Esports right now that they could play around that. My only concern, right, is once again, Angela going to be locked in here.
Yeah.
We know it's a favorite, especially in the hands of Raw, how they play around this. And with that, even the Arlot, again, having this utility for you and how it resulted even in the previous game, that's already scary. Even just 2 heroes for now. So for Triple Esports, I got to say, they have to be able to start fast. They have to get on their own timing, right? They need to get ahead of the curve here. But now that it's going to be the Assassin matchup between these 2 junglers, like we pointed out earlier, who's the king of the jungle? Well, this game could be a deciding factor for that.
It is definitely going to be on the roamers for me personally because Lancelot as well, I would say it started in the Philippines, but before that, artificial intelligence, Angela's an android. Probably uses a USB-C charging port and not lightning. Hey, nice.
But look, Angela can
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Daddy. I'll let you know a little bit later. Now, I want to go back to the point where Lancelot, it's starting in the Philippines where the Lancelot always outpaces any other jungler. During that time, Nolan didn't exist.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be looking at both junglers. The rotation or the pathing that they choose is gonna be very, very crucial. And if any kind of disturbance is coming in from those roamers. So in this game, honestly, for Triple Esports, if they're able to get a Cho, it's gonna be looking great.
Well, it's one of the best picks to have that show, and also having it with the Kadita would actually make more sense to me to see. But Team SYS soon with the hard guard, with everything they have right now, with the Lancelot. Again, you have spoken about Tarzan and how good is he using the assassins. Also, MP the King is not known for his assassin picks, so he's also known for the utility junglers. Both of them are stepping out of their comfort zone, but Kufra is out as well as the Joy from the last game. Which message does that sing?
Well, again, when it comes to that matchup in the jungle, both of these junglers will be duking it out. My biggest concern, though, once again, Angela, Android or not, is going to give an upper hand here, especially with Lancelot. Now, you know, the performance here is going to come down to some of those early skirmishes and those dances and how they play it off. And, oh, man, they take the show.
Show is amazing. And again, you just still didn't get, she's an Android.
I don't get it.
USB-C.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Android.
Yeah, but what's the catch?
Oh my god.
The
Oh my
Charger
God.
is the cat.
Yeah, I know, like,
I have idiots on the table.
God. Oh, Phoebus! Phoebus! The one I'm rooting for.
I mean, the Vovius here is going to be good, but my only concern is that Arle can pull him back.
Oh, wait. Who's playing what where now?
If my meta braid, it should be a Kadita roam and a Phobius mid.
Kadita room and a Phoebus mid. And Athamus playing against the Arlet.
Again. I mean, he did
Well,
technically win before. Technically.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter that he won the lane.
No. Okay, imagine.
We're imagining.
Thamus can win the 1v1, correct.
Okay.
If he wins the 1v1, where can he go? In the jungle. Isn't that where Nolan wants to be?
Yeah.
Isn't there where well, Lancelot just goes to Nolan's jungle then. That's why I say the pathing is going to be very, very important, because if Thamus wins, goes inside the jungle looking for Lancelot, and Lancelot's in the opposite jungle, the pathing is going to be important.
Well, the last
Mark
pick.
my words. Mark.
You've got a
Joseph?
USB charger I can borrow? USB-C? Thanks.
Yeah, I do.
I get it now, by the way.
You guys are
didn't-
still idiots.
I've got it the whole time.
I'm not taking it back.
I
idiots.
didn't get it yet. Maybe that I'm more than okay. Look, we will discuss that there. But look at the numbers again for the favor of Team Triple Esports, 8.8 to 4. Go
Either
ahead.
way, we're going into the land of dawn. We'll see you soon. Tremble against Triple Esports, or this time, Triple Esports understands the meta, understands the game, pushes us to game number 3.
Game number 3. I think that's a dream for Team Triple Esports to look up to, but it seems like from the early game we will see some action happen in the jungle. This time it's not the action Triple Esports wants to see.
Right
know-
now, okay, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know what's interesting, too, about this?
You're interesting.
Thank you. Is, yeah, going back to the timing thing, pressure-wise, you know, LaFell is really, how do these roamers even put the pressure on these junglers? Because that's typically what happens when it's the assassins being locked in for that role, right? They kind of have to play around that. And also, on top of that, I think with this, when it comes up to these objectives, you have to be able to win and extend some of those fights. And again, that's where I feel like Nolan's going to struggle a little bit, because we know that he can get whittled down a little bit earlier.
I would say when we're talking about tempo, it was quite a few patches ago where the buff, the way that it operates, the more people there, the tougher it's going to be. And the Cho just now, as we saw, just being close to the buff, it doesn't matter that Tarzan secures the buff. It's going to be a little bit slower. So in this way, without really doing anything, just by showing your face, MP the King will have this advantage of being able to clear the jungle much, much faster.
Well, having the tank slot will actually make more sense when you go into the engages. We will see that he will have a lot of fun. There's not that much. There's even no crowd control that can be mentioned here from the side of Team Triple Esports. So he will have fun playing that tank slot. But there's something I'm really concerned from the side of Team SYS soon, which is could say on that Claude. Where's the setup that he needs to have? Is it just the final slash? I don't think that that's enough.
I mean, I kind of feel like the Cho can be able to do a lot as well with the Jig Kundo. Because even here, see you soon, I saw the difference in gold just now. It's 200 difference.
Oh. Well, with that, both of these just trying to get that level 4. Turtle now going to be spawning here, still battling it out. They're going to put the pressure once again on Tarzan here. Boxy almost at level 4 as well.
Oh,
Still the top side, though. They actually might just decide to find out. They get the flicker out. Still going for it. Boxy trying to hold it down again. A lot of this back and forth.
And look at this. A level difference. MP the King just with one. Before that, go ahead.
There they go. They're going to jump in. MP the King able to secure the turtle. Has the heart guard alongside with it. Sandy trying to hold down this front line. Cuff in there as well. There's the final slash. It's going to be canceled out. They're still working for it. Sanji will fall. See you soon running here, but they did get the turtle.
And I'm sorry, even though I'm the anchor, I gotta analyze here because we saw the difference. Because the difference in gold just now for MP the King and Tarzan before the turtle was 200 difference. That's one small item, and it was one level difference. And that what happens when Boxy the King is able to slow down Tarzan. He only slowed down for one buff, but that one buff made a huge difference.
Yeah, and also as an analyst, I would say that Team Triple Esports were so behind and also triggered the previous ultimate so early on. Oh, is it an ult?
Oh, he's going to go ahead and use the Way the Dragon, but again, just kind of messing here with Tarzan. Rest of the team here as well. So Triple Esports, as you guys were mentioning, you know, they need to kind of keep things under control, right? Early game still, but that small lead is starting to build for See You Soon.
Yeah, I think that Team Triple Esports could have done much more better in that team fight because they triggered everything right before the turtle fight. And not just that, the positioning was off point. It was totally off point. Impede the King with the second skill with the Retribution, that's what we know about the Lancelot. Also having one level advantage that made his Retribution even more dangerous, let's say, for Team Triple Esports. Everything is aligning for Team See You Soon win.
Oh, wow, kicking him right into the Phantom Execution. Cuffin, though, going to use the Demonic Force, trying to stay alive for it. Still going. Heart Guard now on MP the King. Goes under the turret. He's in trouble. Cuffin falls right there at the tier 1.
And I gotta say, good execution by Boxy the King. He was holding on to his dashes and he's dashing towards the mid lane turret, trying to bait it out. And unfortunately, Cuffin took the bait.
Well, winning the lane for Felix is not quite what we expect to see an Arlet do against... oh, that was good.
Yeah, able to dodge the final slash, but can he dodge the rest of the damage? Sano gonna fall now into the mid lane. Boxy the King also keeping it at bay. Once again, Triple Esports trying to get on the board here. Turtle now up for the taking. See You Soon. Gonna go ahead and start it up. Still battling out Rough Waves. This could be their first kill. Tarzan able to get it. Still gonna clash it out here. Felix has to flicker out, but on the backside, MP the King looking for Troll. Sanji gonna keep him at bay. Tarzan meets him there into the jungle. Using the Fracture, no one's securing a kill just yet. The final slash comes through. Heart Guard on MP the King, gonna be chasing down Cuffin. They want the kill, they get it. And now See You Soon in taking for this turtle.
I gotta say, man, one thing is 4 minutes 30. That was when they started moving together.
Once again.
Did you see that with the 2 watches?
Yes.
They did. He's got all the clocks here he needs. Phantom Execution. Troll, though, will be able to secure the turtle here for Triple Esports, but Sano could be in trouble. Kosei and Boxy the King, he's got to play this around very carefully. Boxy trying to duke it out here. Sano, though, going to hold his own.
Wow, that damage from Sano is something to take care from on the top lane. I don't actually. Let me look at the items. That was the actually question I was. He did get that Has Claws, and he's also going for the Berserk Fury, so he does have that damage.
I mean, this is a Kadita roam. What you want to do, what you want to accomplish is to be able to catch people off. And the genius one is to make sure that you get to do your job. Your job isn't to tank. Sometimes you want to open the map, sure, but it's really about catching the rotations. You wait at a certain bush. When someone wants to go rotate, say, bottom or top or going for the turtle, you just burst them down as fast as you can.
Well, I don't think that he's going for a tank slot. He's going for a semi-tank slot.
Oh, Felix, he gets the Heart Guard. Is he going to be able to get out of this? It is only Sanji Tarzan. Felix is just going to be fine now. They still might have on the hunt for the top side. Boxy going to fall now. Still on the bottom as well. Troll could be in trouble. Still MP the King going for it. Conceal going to be used. Are they actually going to commit to this? They back off for now. But Triple Esports still trying to find anything they can to stay in this game.
The question is, what are they looking for?
Oh, MP the King. Still. He might take a couple too many shots. Phantom Execution out. Cuffin now jumping in with the Demonic Force. They punish MP the King.
Yeah, MP the King, that was the perfect time to have that shutdown. He will be missed at the turtle time. They might go for the turret. They might go also for the kill.
And now this on the top side, the tier 1. Boxy trying to keep them together. Way the Dragon. Felix there as well. Gets the final slash. They're going to find Sano. He can't get away in time as Kusei gets the kill. Now Sanji, confident Troll here to meet them for the fight. Still going to be down out. Raw has the Heart Guard available. Still trying to join the fight here. Blazing Duet going to come through. The Heart Guard alongside with it. Troll will fall. Cuffin still trying to hold it down, but he is next. Now Turtle for the taking. Tarzan has to get his buff and get out.
looking at the time, it's 4 minutes and 7 minutes respectively, because it looks like see you soon. When they have a Claude, they're really waiting on the second item, because once that's completed, they just go ham.
Oh, they're still going to be going again. Sanji, everything thrown at him as he falls, and the turtle also taken. Now the mid lane, the focus here for See You Soon.
See You Soon are increasing the tempo indeed. Look here at See You Soon. They are just taking everything they want, even more than what they want. Taking 2 turtles, two turrets, also having gold lead, really good compositions. Everything is aligning for a win to Team See You Soon once again. So I just don't have anything to do but to wonder, was that the plan again from the coach? Was that what he wanted Team Triple Esports to fall into? Give a Nolan, give whatever Team Triple Esports won, open that Kadita again, and just to counter it back.
I mean, I don't know about Triple Esports, but See You Soon, they've been very disciplined, because they've been doing this for like, what, 4 games straight at this point?
Yeah.
Right? 4 minutes, first rotation, 7 minutes, don't care about the lane. Just go and try to get as much as you can, and they never stop. And I like the way that they're layering the engage. It's like, Foxy, can you go in? No. Felix will do it. Felix, can you go in? No. Foxy will do it. Neither of them can go in, MP the King will do it.
Oh, Troll trying to go in, forcing his own situation, not even going to use the Petrify there. He knew that that wouldn't work. So again, this is up to Triple Esports, right? How do you work around this timing that See You Soon has shown time and time again? Now for the 4th game in a row, in the bottom side, still in the mid lane. They're actually going to go for it. Under the turret, they go. MP the King could be in trouble. Thornrow's going to be there, but he eventually goes down by Sanji. But Felix on the backside goes in with a final slash, and they're forcing him back. Tarzan now the focus. He falls. The bloodbath, though, it's a 3-for-2 trade. Felix still a threat here, but See You Soon, plenty healthy bodies.
Finally, Sanji joins the conversation. So far, 2 games in a row, Tamus is completely out of the discussion. Even though he got to those 2 kills, there's nothing I could say that can save Triple Esports right now. Sano is in a really bad position. He's in a really disastrous performance right now. He needs to find his own tempo.
That vengeance, though, from Sanji. He's just asking one question. Why are you hitting yourself? Because all the while, as much as damage Kusei did, he's just doing it to himself. We saw him using the BMI early to like, okay, I understand what's going on. I'm going to back off. But the residual damage from Dexter being left at that location still hits him back. So it's something that Kusei has to keep in mind after this. Like, okay, does he have the vengeance? He does. Can you guys trigger it first? Then I'm going to go in.
There's something that's really good if Team Triple Esports did right now, and that's to focus that there's no magical damage. Yeah, magical damage for Team See You Soon that can be worried about. So building up some physical defense is the solution.
Whoa, Troll gonna get taken out very quickly here. Boxy being focused down by Coffin. Now he's gonna get whittled down. Still, Lord gonna be worked on. Coffin waiting for the rest of the team. Heartguard comes through on MP the King. Just going for the backside. Sano could be in trouble. They have to take it through. Phantom Execution gonna be used. There's the vengeance as well from Sanji. Final slash to follow up. Sanji taken down. So 2 down for Triple Esports. This is a go signal for the Lord.
And again, Kusei, this time he learned his lessons. He didn't go for it. He still has his Blazing Duet. He's going to make sure it's like, all right, we're just going to pick them off one by one. We have a 4,000 gold lead. If we don't have to force things out, we don't have to. We got to make sure that the game is clean. We're going to execute it as best as we can. Tarzan right now, also with this Nolan, he's not finding his targets.
Yeah, Tarzan, I wouldn't say that Nolan, even though it's one of the best picks, if not the best pick right now at the M5, arguably, I would say he didn't show up in this game so far. But Triple Esports,
I don't know. Right now, honestly, the question is, Triple Esports, what are they looking for, Yasu? What can they do?
What can they do?
To buy more time. To buy more time. And that's what, yeah, speaking of time, to buy more time. Because if they took that defensive item, or like if they bought the defense items for the physical, they can actually pull off something.
Well, they just got the Wind of Nature on Sano, right? That might help them out. They got to deal with this Lord as well. Final slash going to come through on the right target. Coffin taken down in an instant.
That was obvious.
Now down 1 member. Still the assault on the base going to go. They should be able to clear things out, though. But most likely going to lose something. Boxy going to jump in. looking for his own setup. Can't find it just yet. Blazing duet with Kosei. And now they go in further. Another final slash.
Whoa.
Looking to end the game here. Tarzan going to be in trouble. See you soon. Waiting for their moment. Sanji trying to keep them at bay. But it's a full force besides Kosei from See You Soon. And they're going to go ahead and work on the base. But are they actually going to be able to end it here? Sanji trying to keep them there. Couple hits, no minions just yet. Foxy will fall. Ra has to flicker out. Cuffin's back here with a vengeance. Chasing down Felix. Now MP the King gets the heart guard. They're going to fight it out. But they will disengage. See You Soon gets the 2 turrets.
Buying some time, making the defense possible. That is what Team Triple Esports are aiming for. But will they use that last opportunity to make a defense, to make it back against See You Soon? They need defensive items. They need to buy more time. The time manager, what do you have to say?
Well, right now we're going to look at the instant replay and really see what happened. See You Soon looked a little bit desperate. We really want to end the game as fast as possible. And I kind of feel like part of the mistake is they start to tunnel vision. And I'm not so sure why, because they're in control of the game. And they're just allowing for Triple Esports to catch their mistakes.
And also something really interesting is that Team See You Soon, when they went in for the base or for the crystal, they didn't have Kosei alive. So they didn't have that damage that can take the crystal out. But I don't think that this will be the case for the next time. Team See You Soon, if they want to go in and to finish, they will do it the proper way and not the savage way.
Honestly, having the blade armor onto Sanji as well, I kind of feel like it falls on his shoulders.
Yep.
He's the real reason why Kosei can't get away with all those blazing duets. So at this point, it almost seems like you want to bait See You Soon for an engage. Let them go in first, and then you just counter back.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the plan here, because if you cannot deal, or if you don't have that much of a output damage, you can be baited. Oh, troll!
Oh, are they actually going to go for it? Again, MP the King able to get the Lord. Now they're actually going to collapse down on Sanji. Cuff in there as well. Heart guard going to go through. Troll to fall. Now Tarzan on the run. One hit away. Ra gets the kill. Still going to be fighting now. Cuff in there, waiting for Sano. Sano and Sanji left to their own. Kosei jumps in, looking for more. Boxy flickers in. Triple for Ra on this Angela. And that looks like it's going to be it here as they clear out the mid lane. They wait for the minions to push in from the bottom. See You Soon. The timing is there, and they clean it up from Sanji. Ra is crazy. He's godlike. They sweep the series 2-0.
Godlike Android Ra able to claim a victory for his team. And again, See You Soon seems to be the master of time, where they are ending games at a blazing speed.
2-0. That's not what we all expected here on the desk. We expected to go for a full series, but it didn't look quite good. And also I can tell from the faces of Team Triple Esports, they didn't like what just happened. They didn't enjoy the game at all. It was a dominant game, one-sided game 2 times in a row. And not just that, they were led into the traps one time after another. Triple Esports, they have to up their game if they want to make it and survive this group. It's gonna be really tough coming up from here. They still have Onyx. They still have a lot to do.
Oh my.
They still got a lot ahead of them, right? But now that we've seen See You Soon, yesterday, today, very similar performances. I would say maybe they were a little overconfident with the lead that they had when that one, assault on the base, but still, ultimately, a very clean performances from See You Soon, and it's tough to think, how do you interrupt those timings, right? I mean, even if they had 4 clocks here, LaFell, I think it's tough for some teams to handle this, but again, the tempo, it's blazing, it's on point.
I would say some of the basics when it comes to understanding the timings is that at a certain point, you have your turret. That is your base defense. But some moments, you got to let it go. You got to wait at the bush behind the turret to make sure if someone is looking for a kill, you don't give that kill. Understanding when they're going to move is the first step to know when you're supposed to hide.
Yeah, they weren't in position actually to do what they did, Team Triple Esports. But looking here, we have the MVP of the match. I think it should be the Angela. Yeah, it is the Angela. Ra takes 7-0-11. Wow. That's not the KDA you expect to see from an Angela actually. But seeing that he went for the full damage. Also, really good cooldown with that fleeting time, 7-0-11. I actually want to see how much damage output did he deal, because he was the one and only magic damage dealer from the side of Team See You Soon.
Okay, here's the thing. This is the kind of Angela that will never allow you to have a Savage. Oh, you got a Maniac?
I got it.
Bobby, Bobby, boo.
You don't get a Maniac. We get a Maniac. So let's go in now and look what happened and break down what happened in the highlights here. See You Soon. We're actually dominating the early game. Sano here. This was the shutdown that Team Triple Esports needed desperately on MP the King, because it seems like he'd switched role from the utility junglers, or he switched places from the utility junglers to the assassin ones. And here, Sanji was making backfire at Team See You Soon, using that just vengeance was enough to take 2 members down from the side of Team See You Soon. And also, not just that, Team Triple Esports, as we have mentioned earlier on, they weren't in position to go and play in aggressive. They weren't in position to go in and risk anything. They had to go and make a solid defense once again, but they haven't made that. We will see that through the highlights coming up here. That was the solid defense coming from Sanji and coming also from the rest of the team, because they bought some time until Coffin came back from the dead to just make one more defense possible. One successful defense led by Coffin also was provided opportunity by Troll and by Sanji as well. There was the turning point for Team Triple Esports, but again here when they went in for that Lord, when they went in and risked it all with the Troll joining with the first kill, here is the double kill, here's the triple kill, almost a Maniac. Team See You Soon actually were brutal. We're savages against Team Triple Esports.
I would say See You Soon won in the first 30 seconds. The
30?
The first 30 seconds, because that was the timing that you're gonna do your buff. And it is at that point that Boxy slowed him enough, and then during the first turtle there was a 1 level gap, and then after that, See You Soon. It's all them.
Not only that, but the first 30 seconds, if you will, you talked about the rotation so much as leading into the game itself. And that's kind of what unfolded there. It worked really well for them. Even MP the King on this Lancelot, whether he went, Tanksalot or the damage version of this Lancelot, which he, kind of had his own version of this, had that endless battle, had the Thunder Belt and everything else. But really, a lot of it, he was able to just rely on Ra, the game MVP here. And it worked out so well for them. And when you looked at those highlights, even considering the itemization here, you saw how much of an advantage it was to have these tankier initiators, basically the shields, the heals through, and it kind of whittled down Triple Esports in the lineup that they had.
Well, if Lafel says it's 30 seconds, I trust him. This guy have 2 watches, so I will trust him when it comes to time. But speaking of time, that fleeting time was actually so good on the Angela. Multiple times he was able to trigger his hard guard and managed not to just make his team survive. Actually, he didn't use his hard guard ultimate for his team to survive. It was more about going more aggressive and taking more out of the Triple Esport troops and also jungle. Here the damage dealt by both teams, whereas the Angela, 30 seconds.
My personal worry here, Tarzan did the least amount of damage in his team.
And that's a Nolan.
That's a Nolan, that's a jungler. The only one lower damage was Boxy the King, and he's the opposing roamer. So I kind of feel like, again, the first 3 seconds threw Tarzan off.
Yeah, I think they did. And, usually we have to acknowledge the fact that usually when these assassins are locked in the jungle, that's kind of like one of the boxes early on that teams have to check, right? They have to disrupt those rotations. They have to disrupt some of those assassins, because that's when they get down, it takes a little more work for them to build back up. And that's kind of what we saw there, even looking at the stats, right? The damage, like, you don't pick Nolan for that, right?
Oh,
That's the struggle.
But look, speaking of the stats, there was a